Hi everybody, so today we're going to be doing a video on how to replace a driver's side mirror. As you can see, my car was parked and somebody hit the mirror pretty bad, like the outer casing is out and the mirror is completely damaged, and so is a portion of the outer assembly, so you can't just replace the mirror here. I did watch a bunch of videos online and nothing was really comprehensive, so I'm making this video. I hope it helps. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm going to do, please keep watching. Okay, so to remove the mirror, we're going to need to take this piece off here. And in this particular car, it's a Nissan Maxima 2011, you need to remove the entire inner compartment of the door to get to that piece. So we're going to start by removing some inner pieces. You need to remove, there's a little piece here that you need to pull out, and the trim here you need to pull out as well. There'll be some 10mm screws in there that we're going to need to take out, but we're going to start by pulling out the trim. That way we can access those pieces and pulling out the controls here, okay? Okay, so let's get started. I ordered a kit that came with like a ratchet wrench and a bunch of stuff, and then I just ordered this small crowbar with it. It was like $3 on Amazon. And this is what I'm going to be using: a crowbar, this little key thing. I have a flathead screwdriver, and then my 10mm ratchet. So we're going to start with the trim behind the door. I've already gotten it loose a little bit, but there's a little groove down here behind the door, and you fit it underneath, and you just pop it out, and it'll pop right out like that. And you do the same thing for the trim. The trim you start below, and you can either take your flathead screwdriver, or you can take this. I'm going to use a flathead because I really, the whole point of me ordering like a tiny little crowbar and everything was so I wouldn't damage any of the trim while I was working. I've kind of gotten it loosened already. I would start at the bottom and go up. And I am just going to put whatever pieces I take out are going right back in my little cup holder area there. That way I don't lose anything. And now there's also a little tabby here that we want to get out as well before we go any further. So I'm going to take my flathead, push it in, and pull it towards me, and this piece at the bottom is going to come out. Okay, and that's going in the same area. And then last but not least, we're going to pull up our window control box. So once again, being very careful, I'm going to pull it in and just pry it up, and here we go. Here we go. And that is out. Awesome. Yay. And now there are these two connections here. If you're confused, you can take pictures, but honestly, like, there's just one wider one and one little small one. They have these little tabs on them that you push to disconnect. If you can't do it with your nail, you can always use like a screwdriver or something, or if you don't want to break your nails, either or. I saw a video online that said you should disconnect them, so I will. Here I go. Having a little bit of trouble. Sorry, I don't know if I'm blocking the view at all, but it was too bright outside to put the camera out there, unfortunately. So I had to improvise. And oh, there's one that hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And let's find the tab for the second one. Okay, so for the second one, it's in the back. The first one, it was on the side. And I'm just going to take a look at it so I can make sure I remember how to put it back. And here goes the second one. So I live in the city of Chicago, so I have to do this pretty much out on the street. Luckily, I'm on a side street, so it's not too busy. But things like this happen. People hit your car by mistake or on purpose. Who knows? People are crazy. So I called Nissan and I asked them how much it would be to replace the side mirror, and they gave me a quote of $856. And I don't know about you guys, but no, no, thank you. I'm gonna try it on my own. Like, I called their or I looked online at their parts warehouse, so like a direct Nissan OEM product, and to buy the actual outer assembly, so the entire thing besides that back cover that goes in the mirror, it was $350. So I just don't understand who would charge, $500 for assembly. Like, that is just for the installation. That's insane. Okay, I'm having a little trouble here, so give me a second. I'm trying to be extra careful because I don't want to break anything, because my dad definitely told me, don't do it yourself, you're not going to be able to do it. And I was like, excuse me, I think I am. I think I'm definitely going to do it. Well, I didn't tell him that. I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll get some quotes, no big deal. And I did. I tried a couple of places. They said they didn't do this kind of work, and it's too much money. Nissan, what are you guys doing to me? So I purchased a second-hand OEM, exact same mirror, auto dim, reverse tilt, all that good, heated, And luckily, I was actually just going to use the outer cover of mine because it's still salvageable, but I found one that was actually painted silver, so it'll go with my car. So sorry, I'm having a little trouble here, so if you guys need to fast forward through this, please do. The struggle is definitely mother trucking real. Success. Okay. Keeping everything together. Okay, so I'm back. I just wanted to make sure I was doing that right. I have my ratchet wrench here. I am going to start with the screw right here. So let's see, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So let's see that. There we go. Oh crap. Okay. Be careful, because if they fall and you lose them in it's gonna be hard to put together. So that's one. There's a second one up here. So same thing. There's the second one, and then there's a third one in this glove compartment. In this window switch area. We're gonna do the same thing. So there are two in here, so it's a little confusing, but it's the one attached to like the little metal area. I can show it to you guys in a second. Hold on, let's see. Alright, whatever. Anyways, it's that little silver one right there. Okay? That's what we're taking out. Okay, I am so sorry. I thought I was filming, but I was not. All I did so far from the previous clip is, the way to remove this is it kind of slides in, and then there are like tabs here you have to pull it from. So I started from this side, and I started pulling them towards me, and I just set this up. It does get a little stuck here, so you have to be a little bit careful. Pull it up and kind of towards you, and it should just, there we go, slide off. You can remove all the wires and just take the whole thing off. I don't need to for this instance, so I'm just going to start working here. I am going to disconnect this little clip area right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's a little Okay, it's not gonna do anything. Oh, it's stuck in there. I think I can just pull this thing right off. Okay. There we go. Came right off. And there are 3 screws here. We're going to do the same thing we did before. Let's get those right off. The mirror I spent $140 on eBay. It's a used OEM product. I think the model that I bought, I'll link it below for anybody who's wondering what you need. But the model I bought, I believe it's Nissan Maximas from 2009 to 2011. Anyways, I'm on the 3rd one right now, and I filmed everything I've done, and I think it's like 20 minutes so far. Okay, so now that is off, and I'm gonna go around to the other side. I'm gonna pull the mirror out, and there we go. So that is out. So I can kind of show you how damaged it is. This is just from somebody hitting it while it was parked. There are a couple of scratches on my door, so they must have hit it pretty hard. I'm going to take one of the screws with me just to quickly put it on loosely. That way the mirror is being held up and I'm not afraid of it falling. This is a mirror I got off of eBay, but it's in pretty good shape. A little bit of scratches, but you know, it's better than mine is right now. I'm sorry for the noises. Like I said, I live in Chicago. A lot of people around. So you're gonna get the wire through and line up the screws. Why aren't these screws? There we go. Get it on there. I'm just gonna reach around and loosely put this screw on so it doesn't fall. Because the last thing I really want right now is to have to replace this mirror. In this bad boy up. Not too tight, but enough so you're not afraid it's gonna fall off while you're driving. It was pretty easy to get off, so I don't want to warp anything by tightening it too much. Okay, here we go. Now we're chugging along. So we're gonna clip the mirror back in. There we go. Okay. And for now, I'm just gonna put this back on here because we're gonna test it out before we put it all back together. Because if I have to return this thing, it's good to know now. Okay, so I just turned the car on. I can't open the window because the little window switch isn't in there, but I can definitely mess with the mirror. So it's plugged in. I'm gonna turn it to the left and let's see. Nice. There we go. Okay, so this is definitely working. So let's go back to putting everything back together. Parts in. I'm just gonna flip the bottom of my door back in. And now I'm going to reattach all the screws. So let me get those out here. And we can just keep chugging along now. It should be easy. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna start where I finished. So let's get that screw in there. That looks secure. We're gonna move on to the next two. Oh gosh darn it. I don't remember when I took the large ones off and when I took the small ones off. This is why you should always pay attention, folks. I'm gonna see if this goes in here. If not, we might have to take that one out. Properly. That's one. Let me get number two. Okay. Just pop that right back in. Awesome. Ouch. Tripped over the old mirror. Let's throw that in here. And we are looking for a little plastic piece. There we go. We're going to put this plastic piece back in there. To put it in, you just pull the little, I don't know if you can see, pull this part out and then slide it in. And then slide that back piece in as well. And time for the trim. There's a piece at the top of the trim that needs to slide in. That's why I'm redoing it. I didn't get it the first time. So slide that in first. Make sure it's all lined up. And then, there we go. There we go. And last but not least, that part we took out from behind the door handle. So this is the groove that I stuck that little piece in to pull it out. So it's going right back in there. Okay, so doors put back together, and here is my spanking old new mirror. As you can see, it's pretty. My door's pretty scratched up here. I don't know if you can tell with the bright light here, but everything seems to be back in order. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching that video. My apologies for that beeping in the last 6 minutes. I didn't realize it was going on. Well, I guess I heard it, but I didn't pay attention to it or think about how it would wind up in the video. This is like the first tutorial or video I've made, so please bear with me. Um, so in totality, I spent around $165, which is way less than the price that I was quoted by Nissan, $865. Um, a little background about me: I grew up in New York. My dad has a shop, so he's had it since I was 4 years old, so I'm pretty comfortable around cars and like I understand the lingo and things like that, but I'm no longer in New York, so I can't just call my dad and say, hey, something's wrong, can you fix this? And it can be daunting, like being on your own, especially I feel like for girls, because there's always this worry that you're going to be taken advantage of. I'm sure it's like that for guys, but I feel like there's a little bit more of it with women. Um, and I, yeah, like when I went out and I saw that my car was that the mirror was that damaged, the first thing I thought about was like, oh, how am I going to be able to pay for this, or how much is this going to cost me now? And I'm really happy with myself that I was able to do this and do it on a budget. So for any of you out there that are trying to like save some money, and things happen sometimes, you have to be prepared for them, but little things like this, you should feel comfortable or at least confident in yourself to be able to do them. So I do hope this helps some of you. And yeah, I will link everything I use below, and I will also link the 2 videos that really helped me when I was like researching and trying to figure out how I could actually do this on my own. I will definitely be showing this to my dad. He definitely did say like, have someone do it, don't do it yourself, just because I'm sure he thought it was going to be a hassle, and I'm, I'm sorry, and I'm sure he was like, okay, you're gonna mess it up a little more than it is already, or so I mean, voila, right? I did it. So yeah, enjoy, have a wonderful day, and thank you. Have a good one. Bye.